job. Right now, you'll get 50% off your custom system by going to simplysafe.com/Hannity. Half off when you go to simplysafe.com/Hannity. And remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
AM 560, The Answer.
I mean, it's decades and decades. Scandal of scandal. You're talking about a bioweapon that changed the world. And they didn't know about it? They didn't know about it? Not only did they know about it, they worked on it.
It should shake every single American in their shoes. I hate to say this, but President Barack Obama, there is now incontrovertible evidence that he was the spearhead of a seditious conspiracy to subvert the will of the American people and overthrow the United States government back in 2016. We must, absolutely must, hold every one of these criminals accountable for the crimes that they committed. They are the most heinous crimes committed in American history. James Comey, John Brennan, Clapper, Rice, Biden was in the meeting in July 28th in the Oval Office. They briefed Barack Obama on Hillary Clinton's plan to, quote, tie Trump to Russia collusion lies. It consumed our national discourse for 5 years. It undermined a sitting duly elected president. It sabotaged administration. It framed a three-star general. It destroyed and ripped this country apart. We had a constitutional crisis, the likes of which I don't think any American can fully comprehend. It is atrocious, and every single one of them must be held accountable.
Yeah, but it put a bow on the bioweapon, covered up the bioweapon and the vaccine. Not to mention, Michelle is ugly, repulsive, dry heave. Woof! 8 years, boy, is she pretty. No.
But your conclusion is that changing from the scientific consensus of it being from a lab to a neutral position by the CIA was significantly influenced by Anthony Fauci?
It was significantly influenced by Anthony Fauci's injecting himself into the IC. And to go to the second part of your question about what happened, particularly during the 90-day study, we have documentation that shows that as of August 12th, the CIA was considering calling this a lab leak, August 12th of 2021. And then that changed on August 17th of 2021. Right. And unfortunately, because the CIA would not provide us documentation that we asked for, we have no idea why that changed. And that
thousands and thousands of pages, this criminal organization, the Communist International Arena of scumbags. You're all scumbags. What do you think of that? Are you my guys? Oh, we're a secret agent. We're a spy. You're like American James Bond. I don't remember James Bond being a traitor. I think he believed in that fat-ass queen. But our CIA, I am very comfortable to say I could spot you 1,000 miles away. Like, for instance, let's say Congresswoman Cockeye Jayapal with that giant left eye. Look at me when I'm talking to you, whore. Seattle is falling apart. You're stepping in dung. You don't know if it's a Great Dane or just your average drug addict Democrat. She's got an idea, Squirrel.
Hey, everybody. I am super excited to say that my bill really recognizing the 3-year anniversary of this massive crisis in Sudan just passed in Foreign Affairs Committee on a bipartisan basis. I've worked really hard to draw attention to the worst humanitarian crisis we have on this earth.
Blah, blah, blah. $14 trillion. $14 trillion stolen from the American people since the year 2001. $14 trillion in all this bulldung. Sudan, you know Sudan, Squirrel. It's one of the 54 countries in Africa where they still have slavery today. All 54, they have slavery. Who's going to pay the frickin' reparations on that? And this money for Sudan, it's been going on for decades, and it's the same bulldung as Congresswoman Cockeye decided to spit out today. Humanitarian crisis. I know what the humanitarian crisis is. The Islamo-Nazis have been in control of it for 30-plus years. And to get more money in 2000, they said they were going to get rid of Sharia law. So now it's 99.9% of Sharia, killing the other Sharia, all in costumes. Nobody can tell a fracking difference. But this is how Barack Obama funded, in the name of aid to Sudan, terrorists. Oh, but it's true. 14 years ago.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Obviously, on a busy, as many of you know, there has been a long-standing humanitarian crisis there.
Pay attention, Squirrel. This is like watching Mozart play the piano, J.B. Pritzker eat a pizza, and Picasso create a sculpture. This is a silver-tongued con artist. Never did anything in his fracking life. You cannot find any history of employment or achievement. Complete ghost jobs. Not only could he sell this hope and change and yes, we can bulldung, he got people believing his stupid ass, who couldn't make a car payment on a Chrysler 300 known as a ghetto Bentley, was borrowing it from mob guys. He had the world believing he was going to lower your insurance payments $2,500 a year. Sure, it increased, $40,000 a year, but what's the difference? That silver-tongued devil was so good at lying, Squirrel. He had people looking at that ass face, Michelle, with those big giant feet, and they were calling her beautiful. I mean, it is something to behold, like Pritzker eating a dessert.
Prompted by displacement and genocide that has been taking place. There have been a series of negotiations
14 years
around
ago.
Resolving this crisis in Sudan. It has not gotten resolved, and it is now worsened. Steps that we can take.
Almost verbatim what Congresswoman Kakai in her bipartisan bill.
Today in Sudan, where two armies are fighting against each other, and the United States has the power to stop this crisis by withholding.
Oh, sure we do. You mean we have the money? How about this? How about I don't give a rip what side wins? I'm just hoping casualties are high. And this is what the result was, Squirrel. You heard Obama 14 years ago? Let's fast forward to a little investigation. Hey, Barack, what happened to that money for Sudan? Where'd the money go?
The Obama administration knowingly gave U.S. taxpayer dollars to an al-Qaeda affiliate in Sudan. A joint I-24 News Middle East Forum investigation reveals the U.S. government gave money to a designated global terror entity placed on the U.S. sanctions list over its financial support for Osama bin Laden. The story begins in February 2014. The U.S. Agency for International Development authorizes a grant of nearly $750,000 to World Vision, a Christian charity. The mission? Humanitarian relief for displaced persons in Sudan's war-torn Blue Nile state. World Vision works.
The totals, Squirrel, are ridiculous. A little cheaper than Ukraine. But all because of that silver-tongued devil. Just think about it, Squirrel. He could sell anything. Lower your insurance premiums. Michelle Obama's pretty. He's heterosexual. And Rahm Emanuel's a tough guy. All bull dung. 312-642-5600.
He believes in freedom, capitalism, and individual liberty. And because of that,
he's become an enemy of the state.
He's Shaun Thompson.